So I originally started playing baseball when I was 9. I just always wanted to throw and catch with my dad, and then ended up playing until I was about 15, tried out for my high school baseball team. They said, "You're too short," and the boys are pretty much gonna, the boys were too big. And so I ended up switching over to softball when I was about 15, going on 16. And then ever since then, I fell in love with softball and knew I wanted to pursue it in college. So I started off at Polk State, ended up going to Eastern Florida my second year. I really liked starting off at a junior college because it kind of gave me a way to make that transition into sports from high school. I know a lot of people, especially going to a big university, especially the D1 schools, they have a lot of demand on them coming out of high school. So junior college helped to ease that transition a bit. And by the time I got to my junior year coming to Weber, I was able to easily make that transition into a university setting. Yeah, so when I first came here, they've made a lot of changes. So we've got a new turf field. We finally got permanent fencing on our field. It was kind of interchanged with the football field and the softball field. Football players were running all over our softball field. So we were able to get new grass, new field. Our field is absolutely beautiful right now. And we have permanent facilities, which I think is amazing. It's really awesome in the 3 years that I've been here to be able to see those changes, because some of the facilities were more like a wooden box when I got here. So to be able to see it update and change and make that a priority to have beautiful sites on campus is really awesome to see.
I started about 9 or 10-ish. I started at Lakeland area swimming up by Florida Southern College. Just started swimming, not very fast, of course, with my sister and my other brother. We just swam and we would go to the meets and see how we did. And then as I went on, I started enjoying it more and get faster, and just went from there. You definitely have to have the motivation or the desire to be better. You have to strive to reach higher heights, I guess. You have to put in hours outside of just swim practice. It's not enough just to go attend swim practice. You have to run, you have to do other exercises in dry land outside of swim. In the pool, you go to swim practice, you listen to your coach, you give your 100% at practices. You can't, "Oh, I don't like this set, I'll just halfway do it." You have to try your hardest, and it's that motivation is really what gets you there. I would definitely say it's my parents, my coaches. Definitely my coaches, they've always pushed me, try to encourage me to try harder or try to go farther. My parents, my mom especially, she drives every day at least an hour to Tampa, where we swim currently, for our practices. So it's several hours a day on the road, and that's encouraging to you, knowing that they want you to do better, they want to help you get where you want to be. So my parents have always said academics first. You go to school, you get good grades, you do what you're supposed to, you study, and you have to get all your homework done before swim practice to keep your grades up. I am homeschooled. I do most of my courses through Stanford Online High School, and then the remainder through FLVS. And so that allows us to have some flexibility in our schedule. You can work at your own pace whenever you need to. So I think that was definitely a huge help in allowing you to work your school hours around your swim schedule.
I was originally a gymnast and I did dance for a couple years. And then one day I just decided to try something new and I wanted to do soccer. And so right from the dance studio, me and my mom, we went to the soccer field and then signed up, and then I've been playing ever since. It's brought a lot of friendships. It's literally, my life is soccer. So everything that I do, everything that I do and say like revolves around soccer. So it's brought just like fun, friendships. I usually get up around like 6 and I go to school till 3, go to soccer from 3:30 to 5, maybe 5:30, come home, do homework, eat dinner, take a shower, go to bed around 10:30, and it's all day, every day. In practices, my mentality is to give 100% no matter what you're doing, just so it can make you better and it can make others better around you. So it's honestly really draining, especially on hot days. But it's just a matter of how bad do you want it and how bad do you really want to get better and how bad do you want others to get better and what's the ultimate goal. It teaches us discipline, that if you don't get something right the first time, you should have to keep working harder at it to get it the second time or the next time, and just keep working hard no matter what. In practices, we all push each other super hard and we're a super competitive team together. So I feel like the fact that we all work so hard all the time at practice, push each other, and our connection between each other, we're all best friends and we do everything together. We're together all the time after school, and so we just have this super strong connection, and we just carry that on the field and off the field.
Come on.
I actually started doing CrossFit when I was about 11. My favorite part of that was weightlifting, and I had a friend who introduced me to the weightlifting coach at Auburndale High School. I actually didn't go there until I started weightlifting, and but I met with the coach and he was super nice, and we just really connected, and then I just started going to practices, and I loved it because weightlifting always had been my favorite part of CrossFit, and that's what I was best at, and I just felt like I really excelled in that. It took a lot of support. I had so many helpers, like my friends and family. I could not have done it without so much support from them. But I'd have to work out 6, maybe even 7 days a week. I would go to practices, and then after I'd go to the gym, do a workout or just accessories. But sometimes I'd do workouts like morning and night, and really had to focus on nutrition too, especially because I'm in a low weight category. And it's really hard to cut back weight, especially so close near the end. So I actually had trouble with that one time. But you really have to hone in on your nutrition, on working out every day, and you just gotta do it and stay committed to it. Well, actually, with doing school and with sports, sometimes it gets to be a lot, but I've always really focused on my grades and wanted to do my best. So I was actually top 20 at my school. I got like a 4.2 or 3 GPA, and it was really hard to cut back weight, especially because I'm in a low weight category. And I really had to focus on nutrition too, especially because I'm in a low weight category. So I actually had trouble with that one time. But you really have to hone in on your nutrition, on working out every day, and you just gotta do it and stay committed to it. It really does apply to everything. If you have like a good work ethic in school, that transfers to working out and vice versa.
I think I started around 5th grade in middle school. It was kind of like a PE game at first, and then that was kind of the sport that I fell in love with and I picked up really fast, and I've been playing ever since then. And then when I moved here, I was on the JV team in 8th grade, and then in 9th grade I was on the varsity team, and ever since then I've been on it. I have been able to grow a lot with my skills, and a lot of the coaches have helped me so much in being able, all the teachers and the coaches help me balance schoolwork and athletics, and I mean my height, I've won a bunch of awards and honors, and I mean Lakeland Christian being able to play here, you honor Christ along with being able to play athletics, play hard, play other people, and just kind of compete just to compete. So I usually wake up around 6:30, we get to school around 7:50, we get out at 3:05, and then for practices they start at 3:30 until 5 or 5:30. And then on game days we usually have it 3 or twice a week, and we go eat food right after school on game days, and we go to someone's house, and from then it's just schoolwork and studying all the way until we have to be back at the gym. So it takes a lot of determination and discipline and responsibility to keep up with schoolwork, but I also feel like I do a lot better in school around volleyball time because I have to stick by a strict schedule and have to get things done, like late games, and so I had to figure everything out by then.
So I think I started about 7 to 8 years old, and I really was just really competitive at the age. So I was just racing a lot of other kids, and I felt like I was going a lot faster, but I feel like I really started to enjoy the sport when I was about 12, which is I feel like when I really started to start working hard and get really competitive with it. Well, I think there's definitely some lows, and there's going to be highs, but there's days with there are days where you're not going to be as great as you want to be. But I think just trying to do your best, always wanting to win. And then personally, just for me, I've always just wanted to go out and just win, and then I just hate it when I just lose. So. Yeah, so I think work ethic is a huge part of it because as you know, I feel like when I turned about 12, I started to realize that if I wanted to keep winning and be the best as I could, I'm gonna have to work a lot harder and put in the most work I can to get better. So I put in at least 2 hours a day swimming 6 days a week, just doing many thousands of yards, and then I try to do a lot of cross training, running in different dry lands to just stay in shape all around, just to continue going. So I think it does take a lot of work. I mainly swim butterfly, which I feel like has been my best stroke for a while. I just feel like I feel like butterfly is the stroke I get the best feel out of, and I feel the most natural swimming. So I really enjoy racing butterflies. So 50, 100, and 200 fly, I feel like are my main events. Yeah, so basically I'm just like, again with like being competitive, you want to be the best you can, so you know that if you're not making the required grades, you're not going to be able to continue swimming. So you have to just focus on what's important and then just focus on your grades, and then once those are aside, you can continue working.
Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this interview and want to watch more Sports Central, click the video below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.